Hello! Welcome to my kitchen. So today we're going to be talking about meal prep and meal planning. And I wanted to share with you my top 5 foods and top 5 tools that I use for preparing meals and plans. So I try to do it weekly. Sunday's usually my day to kind of sit down, look at the week ahead, see what activities are coming up, who's going to be home for dinner, where I'm going to be during the day, mostly prepping to take things for work, but also to have things easily accessible in the fridge. And then also allowing for that flexibility of changing plans or opportunities to go out. So let's get started with the top 5 foods. First, I'm going to grab something from the fridge because I've been keeping it nice and fresh. And that's mixed greens. So I like to have fresh mixed greens in the fridge, but I do also keep them in the freezer. The ones I keep in the freezer are for smoothies because I find that when you freeze the greens, they basically just disintegrate when you put them in the blender, which is much better for the texture. Then you don't get that kind of, the feeling of cellulose, not so attractive. But I also like to keep in the fridge something like this. This is arugula and kale, which are great greens to have as a base for a salad, or you can throw it into an omelet, or when you're finishing a soup, you can pop it in at the end. Or my absolute favorite thing to do is if you're making pizza, is when you take it out of the oven, just hit it with some greens and then a little bit of olive oil or dressing, and it just, for me, it takes it to that next level. It's like salad pizza hybrid. Sounds good to me. So that's greens. And then another key thing I like to have is beans. I get the dried beans and I will cook them up in a slow cooker or an Instant Pot or on the stove. And then I freeze them. I'll do them in 2-cup portions in freezer bags and keep that on hand so I can quickly make hummus or throw some garbanzo beans in a salad or roast them up with a little olive oil and different spice mixes, and it's such a great snack. So, and I buy the organic ones because it's not, especially when they're on sale, it's a good deal, and you're supporting organic farmers, and then you're more aware of what's going into your body. So garbanzo beans, black beans, navy beans, which are the white beans. You'd think they'd be blue, but no, they're white. And it's a great way to have variety. You can get a lot more variety in dried beans, and plus they keep really well. So you do have to plan ahead though. So if I put them in the slow cooker the night before, I can turn it on before I leave for the day, and then I come home and it's like, boom, I've got garbanzo beans ready to go. So that's a big one for me. For breakfasts, I usually have protein powder. And I love to add that to overnight oats or cooked oats. And I'll even mix it with a little bit of yogurt. And it's just a great way to add a little bit of flavor as well as the protein. So I find that I can then add some spices on top of that, but because it has that bit of sweetness and the vanilla, it really goes with a lot of things. So smoothies, oatmeal, but you can also bake with this one as well. I like this one because it's vegan. It's a combination of rice, hemp, and pea protein. So very good for your digestive system and giving you a lot of variety. But it also has heat-stable probiotics, so you can bake with it. You can add it to muffins or banana bread, and it gives you that extra nutrition. Now, I really like variety. I like a lot of flavors and different textures. And sometimes if you're making, say, salads for the whole week, you're gonna still have, lettuce, carrots, peppers, onions, all those kind of same things in each salad. So a great way to mix it up is changing your dressing. So my favorite is miso and ginger. You can tell it's my favorite because it's empty. Got to start a new one on that. But the balsamic is also very versatile. Plus you can switch the flavor up by using different mustards and vinegars. And also when I'm doing a salad, I'll switch up the little extras. Like I like to add, olives. So maybe they're Kalamata, black, green olives, or artichoke hearts. Something that's going to give it that real pop of flavor, and that when I see that feta come out on top, that's just going to give it that extra yeah, I'm really going to enjoy this. So switch up your dressings, and that's a really easy thing to do, and I'll show you. My other thing is I like texture, and I like flavor, and I like that good smell, so I'll switch up my toppings. So if I'm having something savory, like the garlic and onion, that's giving you a lot of flavor, it's giving you a lot of antioxidants, and this also has nutritional yeast in it, which gives it kind of a cheesy flavor, and it's vegan. And also it's a great source of B vitamins. And I've been having people ask me lately about my hair and how it's gotten so long, and it looks really healthy as well. And I was thinking about it, and I think it's the B vitamins that I've been having. Bee pollen, which is a good source, though non-vegan, but also yeast. And I have read articles that say that B vitamins are really good for strengthening your hair, as well as keeping the color. So I'm managing to do that pretty well. And then for something sweet, the Tutti Frutti has got to be my favorite. What I love about this is the first ingredient is carrot, but it doesn't taste like carrot, but you taste the apple, the coconut, the raspberry, and then it's got the cranberry and strawberry, and then it's got turmeric and psyllium husk for the nutrition and the fiber and antioxidants. So this will basically take anything to the next level. I put it on anything that's not savory. So those are my top 5 foods. So the greens, protein powder, beans, salad dressing, and toppings. And then my top 5 tools that fit into meal prep. Number 1 for me has got to be my mason jars. I have way too many mason jars, but I use them. The 1 liter I use for salads. So I'll put the dressing at the bottom, and then usually my beans or my protein. And then the harder vegetables, so like celery and carrot, and then the softer vegetables, like the greens. And you can really jam them down in there and get a lot of good greens. And then if there's space at the top, you can put a little container with your topping and anything else you want to add in there. So I get the separate white plastic lids just because I find that's easier than using the metal ones. But that's the 1 liter. This is the 500 ml, and I'll use that for overnight oats. And then I have room for berries as well. And the smaller ones are great for more snacky things or toppings, or sometimes I'll do my yogurt in there just because it fits a bit smaller, and then I can take some fresh fruit with me as well. So mason jars, love them. Oh, this is something we haven't talked about. Hi, Hazel. Muffin tray. So great for making muffins, as you may have guessed. But what I really love about the silicone tray is it's so amazing for pre-portioning. So that can be oatmeal, I've done that, or marinara sauce. So what you do is you fill these, it's a ½ cup, and then put it in the freezer. And then once it's frozen solid, you can easily pop them out and put the portions into, say, a bag or another container. And then when you need, a little bit of marinara sauce for dipping, you can just grab one at a time. And so it's waste not, want not, and such a simple, easy way to go. You can also do like little frittata cups in there too, so that's fun. And speaking of portioning, portion scoops. So this is a great way to make nourish bowls, or if you have a bunch of, grains, and veggies prepped or dressing that you can quickly and easily scoop out and portion, so you can make bowls for the week. You can prep meals so that it's just grab the container and go. And it's a good way to know how much you're getting and to really have a balanced plate, which is important. Another tool that I use so much, I use my blender, but I just find the Immersion Blender is more versatile, and I'm more likely to use it because it's easier to clean. So I'll use it for blending soups, use it for smoothies, making salad dressings, just kind of mixing and blending anything. And especially soups, because I just plug it in and then do it right in the pot on the stove. because I, for one, do not like pouring hot soup into a blender, blending it, and then having to pour the soup back into the pot. So way, way easier. Highly recommend. And you can get one of these for cheap, and they last pretty long. This is only my second one, so it's lasted very well. And this is a sheet pan and a liner, and it seems like a simple thing, but it's a game changer because you can do really quick and easy sheet pan dinners. So roasting vegetables, putting some chicken breasts on top, seasoning everything up, throw it in the oven, and then you can go do other stuff. That's the thing about meal prep. You don't have to sit there and be prepping the whole time. If you're home on a Sunday, you've got laundry going, you've got the TV on, you know, you can just kind of, if you have a good plan, you can go ahead and do it. So this is, I love this liner because it has a lip on it. So it's got the little edge. So if you've got, you know, things are getting saucy, things are getting juicy, it's all held in. And then this can just go into the dishwasher afterwards. So sheet pan dinners, you can either divide like vegetables so that you're roasting your carrots, your Brussels sprouts, your onions all separately if you want to keep them separate and season them differently, or you can do that with chicken too. You can do some Greek, some Italian, some Indian spices, and then you can get a whole big pack of chicken and you can make different flavors with it. So that's a great place. But also you can do cookies. You can do superhero cookies. You can do like breakfast cookies. So you can pack a lot of oatmeal and protein powder, and that's a simple way to do it. But this is such a workhorse for me. I use this pretty much every day. And you can even make a jelly roll cake in it, which is a lot of fun. So those are my top 5 tools and my top 5 foods. And all I say is just start where you can. You know, pick something easy and figure out how it works for you and for your household, and just build on that, and it will become a really good positive habit, and it's going to save you time, it's going to save you money, and it's going to be better for your health and your happiness. So good luck with your meal prep, and please reach out if you have any questions or if I can help in any way. Thanks.